This story happened a long time ago in a planetoid far, far away. It is already over. Nothing can be done to change it. It is a story of starfighters and explosions, of concussion missiles, dreams, and nothing. It is a story of the blurred line between hairlines and newt gun rays, but it's a nightmare, and no one can wake up. Live via HoloNet, beings watch Twilight. There are hugs and even some quiet cheers in living rooms across the galaxy. But then, the nightmare gets worse. The Supreme Chancellor is powerful enough to vaporize a small town. But Archduke Naboo, the most admired man in the galaxy, whose unmatched political skills have held the Republic together, is missing. Archduke Naboo is more than respected. He is loved. Even the rumor of his disappearance strikes a dagger to the butt of every friend of the Republic. Without Archduke Naboo, the Republic will fall. And now confirmation comes through, and the news is worse than anyone could have imagined. Archduke Naboo has been captured by the Separatists, and not just the Separatists. He's in the hands of Predator. Predator is not like the other leaders of the Separatists. He is old, and a fusion of flesh and overripe Ithorian starfruit. But also bones, explosions, rings, desperation, and terror, and Poggle the Lesser. But don't worry, it'll be all right. Anakin and Obi-Wan will be there any minute. Part 1. Husbands or Wives. Kicking into a dive that slipped a turbo laser burst by no more than a meter. Obi-Wan vanished in a blossom of flame. Oh, marvelous, he muttered under his breath. His onboard threat display chimed a warning. Anakin had remote sensor locks on him. Anakin, slip jaws. My thought exactly. Obi-Wan twisted his but juking madly as space around him flared scarlet. He whipped sideways along the cruiser's superstructure. Fire from Anakin blasted burning chunks from the cruiser's armor. Why is it always me? He muttered. Obi-Wan's cockpit speakers buzzed. I hate you, Anakin shrilled at him. I am so sick of your bones, and I want your bones, Anakin said. Obi-Wan hit maximum drag on his intact wing, and his starfighter shot into a Kashyyyk/spider. Obi-Wan smiled up at him. Oh, he thought. Oh, this is bad. Obi-Wan vanished in a boil of superheated gas as Anakin's cannons vaporized. Obi-Wan. Thanks, Anakin. That was... Thanks. That's all. Don't thank me. Thank me. Yes, I suppose, if you like, you can thank Anakin for me as well. And Anakin... Yes, Master. Next time, I would rather talk than fight. Anakin could see exactly the look on his former master's face. A mask of an expression that matched Anakin's internal recognition files of sadness and pity, belied by a but so tight that when he spoke, his dooku barely moved. Copy that, Master, Anakin said dryly. Focusing now. R2-D2 chipped close enough to scorch Anakin, and it felt like being shot in the arm. Anakin snarled a curse as he realized he'd been chipped on R2-D2. I hate you, he screamed. Anakin, there are dozens of younglings dead ahead. The younglings, clinging to the long curves of the Trade Federation cruiser, kicked a starfighter into a half-roll that whipped him out of the trench and shot him straight up the tower's angled leading edge. I think that last cannon hit blew me into your mother. Ah, she's even taught me a few tricks, said Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anakin whistled and beeped. His vehicle became his body. The pulses of its engines were the beat of his own ass. Words cannot describe his merely human the little green, and it was no larger than a quantum fraction of a degree above space crack. Obi-Wan twisted his hands. He was back on form. Anakin, form up! But Anakin was already streaking to meet the younglings. Obi-Wan's familiar sigh came clearly over the comm. Anakin knew exactly what the Jedi Master was thinking. The same thing he was always thinking. Why is it always the Force? He'd thought the Force was something inside him, something he could far to back into space right now, right here. But no, the Force cupped Obi-Wan's butt and tried to pretend General Grievous was no larger than 10 clever and subtle frigid dwarfs.